Right, here we are again, video 38, and it's taken me about, I think it's video 38, it's taken me about, oh goodness knows, 2 days I think to work out what I'm going to do next. It really has. I've pondered it. I'm in a bit of a pickle and I'll explain it to you in a moment why. This one here I've decided to send over to New Mexico. I toyed with the idea of attacking the Plains Indians, you know, that brown bit that you can see above where I'm heading for now on the bottom left hand map. Oops, I'm going all over the place now. There we go. These are going to New Mexico. You see, just on the top of the big map now, you'll see the Black Hills. That's the Plains Indian place. I wanted to send one army up there and the other one down to New Mexico, but I'll explain the pickle when I sort of get into it. A pickle, by the way, is a bit of trouble where I come from. That's what that means. Anyway, I'm going to send the rake off to the Plains Indians to see what they're up to, because they're unfriendly, these Plains Indians. We're not at war with them. They're not an ally of the British or anything, but they are unfriendly, which means that they could launch an attack. So I do have to be careful of this border. I was rather hoping that this border would be secure, but the only way to secure it would be to take the Black Hills as well, and I don't think I've got the resources yet to do that. I remember I'm playing this on hard, and we do get amphibious landings, so I'll explain that in a moment. In fact, we get a lot of them. Other rake, I thought I'd send wherever he is, near to... I've got another one near Huron somewhere, near the Huron territory. Where is it? I don't think it's him. I thought I had one nearer than that. Perhaps not. Come on. I thought I had another rate. Oh, do you know, I spent 2 days planning this and I still can't find the damn thing. I can only think it's this other one up here. I think it must be. I wasn't too sure for a moment. So I'm going to send him over to Upper Louisiana, which is here. And... well, it's around here somewhere. That's not it, is it? It's around... come on, where are you? Well, never mind. It's not vital I get to the actual place. Well, that's a bawdy house, you see. But would be nice to get some... ah, there it is, isn't it? That one there. Let's send him over to there. Okay, I've got a missionary over in Niagara. This is another one. I think I was sending him somewhere where I thought it would be a good idea, but now I don't think it is going to be a good idea because I've looked through it in detail. So where is he? I'm still not used to these territories around here, I'm afraid. Niagara, there it is. You see that one there, that missionary there? Well, if you look here, we're 100%. Now, I was intending to send him over here, and I was going to send him eventually, looking on the bottom left-hand map now. You see, over to here, where I'm pointing at right now. That's where I was heading him for, because I needed to settle the population there a bit. But the trouble is that this... territory over here, the Huron territory, this one here, I think that's the Huron one, isn't it? Yes, it is. No, that's Michigan. Is it? You see what I mean? I'm not quite used to it. It's this one here, the Huron territory. You see that? That's on 0% at the moment, so I need to get a missionary in there and start converting it, because this population is going to be quite unsettled, and I'm going to need that army. I'm going to risk the Plains Indians leaving me alone while I use that army elsewhere. Up in Rupert's Land, the area that I've just taken over here, these troops, you remember, they picked up the stragglers. They need to go back to where they were. They're all replenishing at the moment, which is really nice. Now I've got a rake around here somewhere. Is it this one? You see the one that's just moved? He's the one that's just moved. I think I've lost somebody somewhere, but no matter. I'm going to send him to South America. Looks like he's already on the way. No, that's the one I've sent to Upper Louisiana, isn't it? I thought there was another rake somewhere. Right. I don't know where he's gone. I have a feeling I've got another rake somewhere that I've missed. What about this one? Where's that one going? He's the one that's going over to... oh no, he's going to Upper Louisiana. Let's have him go up to Upper Louisiana. That's the one. And I'll send this one down here just to South America somewhere. Doesn't really matter where. Somewhere down there. Okay? Excuse me. Right, now I've got two regular infantry units that I was sending somewhere, and I've decided to divert them. Again, I'll explain when I get there as to why I need to do that, but I can spot them for now. Come on, where are you? This is what we need, real-time YouTube, so people can jump in and say, hey, it's over there, what are you playing at? Right, is it this one? These are the ones that picked up some stragglers, if you remember. So, right, I'm going to get those down to New York. It's a fairly central area in the middle of here, and I'll go on with my explanation in a moment. Where's New York? Come on, you're down here somewhere, aren't you? Surely. There we go. That's a fairly sort of central area, is New York, and I've got a missionary here as well. Now, he was the one, actually, I was going to send to Newfoundland. Doesn't matter, maybe I was going to send them both. But you see this area here is 93% Protestant. I'm really not worried about that at all. But this area over here, this is zero Protestantism. So I need to start paying a bit of attention, really, to converting some of these areas, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So we'll start converting that. Now, the Huron territory, these are the ones I'm going to strip, and that's why I needed to try and convert this area, because this area is going to suffer for a while with discontent. So I need these troops out of here. I don't want to be paying for them up here, and I also don't want to be risking them being up here when I may well need them elsewhere. So I'm going to bring those down. Remember, these are the ones with the 1st Delaware. I'm only allowed one of those. This is where some of these upgrades are a pain, because that's all they give you. I'm going to head him to New York as well, not because there's any particular reason to go to New York, other than the fact that it's a city in the middle of my is it still a colony, or I call it a country now? It's not a United States, is it? Or maybe it is. I don't know. Somebody can perhaps correct me on that one. I'm not sure. I thought the United States came in much later, you know, under the after the American Civil War. So, and these aren't colonies. So, is it simply a country, or is it simply a collection of states? I'm not too sure actually at the moment. Now, down in Charleston, and this is where I get to explain why I'm doing it this way. I've got some horse in here. I don't really need the horse in a garrison, handy wherever they are, of course, but really, if you look at these ports here, you'll notice I've left them completely empty. An army can land on there by sea at any time, and if they land on that, I don't need him replenishing either. If they land there, then they can move anywhere inland as fast as they like. So they could land here and get to Philadelphia, to Boston, to New York, to any one of these places very, very quickly. I've upgraded all the roads here, remember, so just one amphibious landing there, and they're up there, and I've got no troops in any of these places whatsoever. And of course I made the fatal error at the end of the last video. You might know I sent my fleet the wrong way. I didn't send it this way. I'm looking at the bottom left hand map now. I didn't bring them in here. I sent them all the way to South America. Show you that on here. Down to still on the bottom left. I sent them to this hub here by mistake. I'm now sending them back to the Americas, but it means I've lost all that time. They've gone down there and taken ages to get there. Now they're having to come back, and they're a non-replenished fleet as well. They've been fighting, so I need to get them all the way to a port here in order to replenish them, because they're going to come on again. Looking at the bottom left-hand map again, they're going to come on this area here. Somewhere down there, they've got to get all the way across to there. Now look at the top map again, that's the port they've got to go to, and if I take you all the way to the east, all the way down there, slightly southeast, well I suppose it's east-southeast, isn't it, down there, this is where they're going to be coming on. Well, actually a little bit higher up, actually it's probably east, isn't it, due east, it's there, isn't it, that they're going to be coming on. But anyhow, you see the point, that problem that I've got my best navy out of the way, so we are now at risk. Now, the other thing I'm going to do as well is, at the end of the last video I said I'm going to get the Smithsonian Institute, and I'm going to get it simply because I want it. Now, that's nice to have that kind of luxury, isn't it? It's a very expensive building, but I've changed my mind, because, like I said, it's very expensive. I've only got 440 left in the pot. Put that back, I've got 8,440. It was going to cost me 8,000. I'm not ready for it yet. I can't afford that kind of building, I don't think. I really don't. So I'm going to make that money available for myself, and what I'm going to do with that money is, as somebody said to me, why don't you build up a brilliant navy? I've got a pretty decent navy actually, to be honest with you, but it's in the wrong place. I need some ships here fast, so I'm going to raise myself a couple of second rates in there, because they're good ones. I'll save these because I'm expecting to put an admiral in with them as well, and I'm going to have to replenish the fleet that's on its way in. So let's see what happens here. I'll just pan out and give you an idea. You see all these blue markers here, they're all places, they're all towns, yeah, and they're all virtually empty. There's only Charleston down here that's got troops in it. These are empty. They're fed by 1 or 2 ports all the way along this coastline. Anything landed in there can just instantly move in and take that area. I haven't even got an army that can deal with it. So the army I'm bringing across from here into New York will be in a central position, so I'll then be able to move troops either this way or back from Charleston to be able to defend anything. And if I prevent them from moving immediately inland from the ports, then their armies will land on the coastline, and I should then be able to get my armies together to tackle them, so long as they haven't got very sophisticated armies, which I'm afraid some of them may well have. But anyhow, that's the plan for now. Let's see what the summer of 1801 brings along with it. So it's the 20th of December here in Britain. Not many shopping days left before Christmas, and the ice is still there, I'm afraid, that we've had for a few days, so it's a bit treacherous underfoot at the moment. But it does mean that I've had a couple of days in where I can just concentrate on the game and just look into what I feel as though I need to be doing next. And it has concerned me. I've been looking at all my weak points, and believe you me, they're weak. The other thing that concerned me was there are lots of big ships moving around, and I thought, well, it doesn't really matter, or rather big fleets. I don't know what the ships are like inside them. I thought, well, why are they doing that? Why are they coming into the American theatre? Because, you know, they're not bringing troops. Well, of course, you see, look, here's one. Look at that. Why on earth would the United Provinces, the Dutch, bring in a large fleet like that? Well, I've been having a look around at these nations, and of course Britain's still got Jamaica, where they can raise troops. Spain have got lots of territories down there where they can raise troops, and the Dutch have found out they've got Curacao as well, where they can raise troops. So it's a bit of a concern for me. I'm thinking that what they might try and do is raise the troops in the Americas and transport them from inside the trade route. So in other words, I can't see them moving around. So there could already be fleets around there, large fleets with armies on them, already heading off to the east coast of America. And that sort of sparked me off with my approach there, hoping those troops coming from the Huron territory aren't going to take too long. In a way, I'm taking a bit of a risk by moving those other troops from the Niagara area, I think it was, over to over to New Mexico to tackle the Spanish over there. But I thought it was probably the best way to go. But we'll just have to see, won't we? But yeah, so up until now, I've just been watching out for troops on ships, but now I'm going to have to look out for fleets as well. These are the Prussians we're watching at the moment. Of course, they've been a threat to me in the past, and they're still an enemy. I have tried, by the way, sort of fiddling about off screen to try and get diplomacy with these different nations, try and get friendly with them, and there's nobody that wants to be friendly with me at all. So, like I say, I only show the successful diplomacy. I enter into a lot of diplomacy all the time. I'm continually trying to get people to trade with me in particular, and they just don't want to know. I've tried offering money and all sorts of things. I don't know. I haven't got any technology to offer, I'm afraid, so there's nothing that way. And somebody did say to me they'd forgotten how to check how well other economies are doing. Well, I don't know how to do that at all. I have no idea. I mean, short of checking what places they've got and then determining the income that they get from those places, sort of averaging that out by looking at the regions map. So, I can pretend to be, sort of swapping regions, if you like, and I can see what regions they've got available. And in fact, that's how I found out that the United Provinces has got Curacao. I think they've only got one place. They might even have two down there. I don't know. They've probably got Dutch New Guinea, haven't they? Something like that. Dutch New Guinea? Something like that, anyway. Dutch... I can't remember now what it's called. But anyway, they've probably got a couple of places down there. So what you could do is pretend to be negotiating regions, and then that will give you an indication as to how many regions they've got. From the number of regions they've got, you can then sort of roughly calculate each of those regions is going to be giving them an income of somewhere between 500 and 1100, so average that at about 800 each. So you can probably work out that a 10 territory nation has got about 8,000. Well, Britain's quite low at the moment. It's down to about 6 regions. I know London is a high provider, but with 6 regions, I'd expect them to be earning no more than £6,000 every turn. But they're a trading nation, of course, so they'll have trade fleets all over the place, and I can see some of those trade fleets. There's not much coming from America, but there could well be from trade hubs that I don't have access to. So I've no idea, but I would suspect a full trade hub to be worth about 1,000. There are 3 theatres other than the ones that I'm in, the one that I'm in, so there's another, I don't know, 2,000 on top of the 6. So they could be getting 8,000, maybe 10,000 at the very most, I would have thought, per turn. Which I don't think is enough to pay for the ships they've got simply sitting outside Paris and blockading them. You know, first rates cost about, I don't know, they cost about 500 or 600 a turn to maintain, or rather to just keep in the water. So all a bit of a nonsense. Let's speed this up a bit. So other than that, I don't know how to find out how somebody else is going on. But I've shown you the trade screen. No, not the trade screen. Sorry, the prestige screen, so you can see how very, very poor we are in relation to other nations, which means that that they'll be much better at gaining income than us because their technology is so much higher, so their farms will farm better, their industry will perform better, etc, etc. So anyway, here we go. Agent recruited, Protestant missionary Newfoundland. Now that is a real bit of luck. That's what I wanted. I couldn't have wished for better, really, because this is the one that I want to send over to here. Somebody told me how to pronounce this, actually, and it didn't sound right to me, but it was apparently he's got relations over there, so I'm sure he's right. But what was it? Montaigne. I've forgotten what it was now. It's something AY did it as, but anyway, it didn't come naturally to me. So he is a missionary, isn't he? Yes, he is. Okay, good. You see, because here we're on. It's not going to show me there now, is it? But the 24% Protestantism. Hey, I wonder what's already made that Protestant. That's odd. I didn't think that was Protestant at all. But anyway, these sort of areas around here, I need to make sure that they're. I mean, this should be 100%. Yes, it is, because it's had that church in there. But excuse me a minute. Excuse me. Loads of people around me at the moment have got colds and croaky voices and such things. Right, and where are we now? This is the one that I expected. Oh no, it's not. It's Rupert's Land. That one's okay actually now. So, okay, and it's going down as well. That should improve. So, I don't think I need to worry about that, do I? In fact, I might even take him out if I don't need him. How are we doing in here? Yeah, they're fully replenished. So I'll put those into there. And I think I might just get rid of him. Do I need him to make them happy? Let's just have a look. Come on. Yes I do. Maybe I'll get rid of him next turn. But I don't want to be keeping troops up there. I think that's a pretty wasteful area to have troops in. Now over here, it's our fleet. Pick up the troops. And within a couple of turns we should be over there, shouldn't we? I like the comment about the Christmas miracle, by the way. 36 minutes of web. It's a Christmas miracle. Oh dear me. Now then. Okay, let's see if I can do a bit of pirating here again. Any opportunity to steal money from the British, I'm going to do it. We've got far too much of it. So, right, trade route raided. That's the one I've just raided, I think. Now this is the one I expected. Huron territory. Oh dear, it's red. But it's only -1, and it's going down from 8 resistance foreign occupation to 7. So that minus will disappear next turn. Now the way it works is they go on strike the first time. In other words, they're just unhappy. In the second turn, they burn a building, they rebel. And in the third turn, after that, is a revolution or whatever. And you have to fight off a foreign army. Well, a rebellious army, which I don't want to do. So, anyway, I'm going to risk that. We'll leave that as it is, and just let them burn a building. I don't know which one it is, but I need my troops out of there. That's the important thing for me. Now, I'm thinking. I had a missionary that I sent this way, didn't I? But I don't think he reached. Is it this one? It is, isn't it? Right. You see, that there is 0% Protestant. So, put him in there. Let's see if I can get that converted. That will reduce their resistance to, well, no, it won't reduce their resistance to foreign occupation, but what it'll do is it'll take away the religious unrest, which is part of this. If you look on here, this one here represents religious unrest, and it's currently 2. So there are 2 minuses from religious unrest in there at the moment, so I need to get those down as well. So it's Catholic at the moment, that one, apparently. So, well, it's something anyway, I don't know, but it's not Protestant. Now, I'm hoping my fleet's arrived now, if I've got it right. These are workers on strike. Yes, there we go. That's what I was aiming for. Now, where's this drop me? I wasn't sure whether it's going to bring me in down here or it'd bring me in up here. So I don't know really what I intend to do with this, but I did have the idea that if I could reach, I'd raid a trade route, you know, like something like this. Maybe I can't quite reach that one, can I? But I can reach that one by the look of it. Let's go and have a look first. Let's see what we can reach. I can, can't I? I can raid that one. What's it earning? It's only earning 570. I'm not even sure it's worth doing that really for 570. What would I get? Well, he's now down to 261. So I'm taking about 310 from him. I wonder what's most important, whether it's getting away from here or... you know, because I need to replenish this fleet. But no, I'm going to take that. It's money for nothing, so I'm going to have it. It's a good job I didn't go for the port, actually. He's got something in there, so I wouldn't have been able to damage that port, would I? Don't worry, I'll be damaging some in the future, though, I'm sure. In Charleston, I think I might be able to afford. I'm going to go for it. Somebody recommended this as well, actually. What on earth's happened there? My army's gone from... My army's gone from Charleston. Where on earth's my army? What's going on here? I've moved my entire army out of Charleston. God, do you know, how stupid is that? Let's get it back. I was supposed to be moving the cavalry. I've ended up moving the entire army out of Charleston without even realising. Oh gosh, that's a stupid thing to do. Right, I was so lucky to get away with that one. Right, now that's got a horse in it. It's got something in it anyway, protecting it, so that's good. That one hasn't. I wonder if I can shunt things a little. Can I move that one over to there, perhaps? I think so, yes. Okay. Right, and then, where's that other one gone now? This one. Oh, I can't believe I did that. That's ridiculous, isn't it? That one round to there. Oh no, it won't reach. Damn! Will he reach there? Yes. He won't reach into there. Oh, blast. What about this one? Will he reach anywhere? Nope. Which means I've now got an exposed port there. That's the last thing I want to happen. Right, let's see how far those New York troops are away when we get to it. Right, military building in Huron territory I wanted, just in case anybody does come my way. Do you know, I've rehearsed exactly what I want to do in this, and I'm still making stupid mistakes, moving whole armies out when I shouldn't do. Moving that cavalry to a place where it can't reach, isn't it ridiculous? You plan things so meticulously and it still goes wrong. Now, I'm going to get over in Philadelphia. I like these Legion, as you know, Legion of the United States, very good troops. So a couple of those in there, and I think this is the place where I'm recruiting the ships. Nope. Which one is it? It's this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is bring my ships from here, take a bit of a risk, over to this area here. The main reason is, what I want to do is look out to see if there are any ships heading my way. There's nothing, is there? It's unreal, isn't it? Can't see anything. But anyway, I'm going to leave these around here just in case anything does come somewhere near, so that I can go out and sort them out. Don't know if I will be able to or not, but we shall see. Now, I thought those other troops should be somewhere near now. I think a long way away. Yeah, they are still, aren't they? Well, I might as well move them on their way, hadn't I? There were some... What are these? Are these those two regular units? Yes, they are, aren't they? Let's get those in as well. Might as well move them. They're going to move anyway during the turn end. I might as well move them now, hadn't I? Get those down there. Right, we're trusting now, oh, fingers crossed folks, that nothing lands in that undefended port there. You see, they're going to go for one of them, whether it's that one or that one, aren't they? It's not a lot that I can do about it, I'm afraid. Okay, trade route raided, that's me raiding theirs. Fleet Arise, we know about that, we've done that. Construction report, that's a road that we wanted in Maryland. And of course we've got the tobacco plantation in Virginia. I need to get some cotton ones as well because they earn a little bit more money. So I think that's the end of my turn. But I've got a heck of a lot there. A heck of a lot there. That doesn't seem right. That I've got so much money available. I didn't expect to have quite that much available. That's a lot more than I ever expected to have. Right, I spent money on the building in Huron territory, didn't I? I got that military building that I wanted. Pretty sure, yes. Well, I'm building it rather. Charleston, I went for a state capital. Did I actually go for that, or did I get put off because of my troops missing? Hang on, that's not Charleston. Here it is. That's it. I got put off, didn't I? I didn't get that building that I wanted in Charleston. I do want some spare money, of course. I want that for getting an admiral and, you know, replenishing the ships, as I've said before. But yeah, okay. I think I'll just double check, bearing in mind I forgot. I think moving that army threw me a bit there, and you know, the whole army instead of just the horse, and then that sort of left me without what I wanted, you know. So I just check in Philadelphia that yes, I am. I'm recruiting those two legions of the United States. So I think that's about it. Just double check up there that I am doing that. Yes, I am. I'm doing everything I need to be doing, so I think that has to be it. Oh, fingers crossed. I'm just very wary, very nervous of this area here now, with sending my fleet the wrong way. It's just worried me now about what can come in this way and where he can land. It's just too much of a temptation for him. Anyway, let's see what happens. Ah, good. I've got my trade fleets in place now. I don't know how many I've got in there now. It must be about 8, so we're getting a fairly decent income from that. Ah! A load of British ships just arrived. Down by Newfoundland. I wonder where they're heading to. What's that? That's a British port somewhere down at the bottom. Antigua, Leeward Islands. Now, I wonder if that's where he's recruiting. See what I mean? I think they're bringing fleets over without men in them to try and fool me into thinking they're just harmless fleets, but I think they might be. Look at that, another, you know, United Provinces. Why are these people wandering around? Oh, peace treaty. But I don't mind, as long as you give me trade or money off you. Yep. Greeted with displeasure. Oh, I must accept your offer at this time. Oh, good, right. Well, we'll trade with you. I don't care. We'll trade with anybody. Maybe the pirates think they've got an affinity with me because I steal people's ships. I've basically been operating like a pirate anyway, haven't I? So, Barbary pirates have thought, oh yeah, we'll make friends with the Americans. That'll be good for us. Oh, no, they think like we do. What they don't realise is they've got a British in control of them, and that's why. Oh, no. Okay, that's the other thing about self-editing. It's not, you know, with footage, it's you're going to get all my coughs and things, aren't you? So normally the turn ends, as I've said before, you know, I'd heavily edit these. Now I've got to sort out my speech so that so it doesn't interfere with what might be happening. So it's a little bit more stilted. In fact, somebody kindly said, you know, there's a better flow in the game, you know, and, well, there is, because I'm wary about what I say. I like to leave gaps in speech, thinking that this might be a point when I want to edit, and sometimes I think, oh no, I want to keep that in, and now I've got nothing to complement it, and it's just it has been a bit diffracted. I've gone for one video, 36 minutes long, as you'll have seen already. I've got, I don't know if it's 2 or 3 others already planned, and they get bigger and bigger. I think the next one's 45 minutes, and then the next one after that is very big. Very big. I don't know how long this one's going to be, because the one thing you can't do when you're planning is work out how long it's going to take. I've just got no idea. I can't plan that a move will take 10 minutes or 2 hours. I've just no idea. All I can say is I've planned 4 or 5 moves ahead, depending on what happens. So I don't know. So that could be, mind you, come to think of it, if it's 10 minutes a turn, that's 50 already, isn't it? Without even any battles or anything. So, oh crikey, yeah, this could be a very, very long one. We shall see. Peace treaty signed, Barbary States. Right, excellent, that's the one that we wanted. Huron Territory Workers' Riot. Right, look at that. Population killed 820. Craft Workshop Weavers. Right, let's go and repair that then. Where is it? Can you see anything burning? Should normally... Ah, here you go. Burning. Let's just repair that. 700. It's worth it. You know, if I'd have untaxed it, it would have cost me, look at that, 1,576. I'd have lost an income of 1,576 if I'd have untaxed that because of this. But anyway, I'm still on a -1. I thought I'd be okay after this. 6 predicted. Oh dear, it's like I'm going to get a rebellion in there, isn't it? That's not good news. Looks like I'm going to have to untax it. Did I leave troops in there? I did. Do you know, I'd planned for that place to be settled after this turn. But I don't think that's going to work now. I think I'm going to have to... See, I've had now 1 turn of them being on strike, 1 turn of them rioting. The next one will be a rebellion. It's such a shame. I had expected it to be settled by this time, and it's not playing the game, so I'm going to have to untax that, I'm afraid. Otherwise, like I said, I will get a rebellion. Oh, that is such a nuisance. I thought I'd planned that better than that. What a nuisance. Okay, there's no choice about that, otherwise it'll go into rebellion, and if it goes into rebellion, then I'm going to have to, I also have an army up there and everything, so that's no good at all. Okay, so where am I? This is the thing, you can't plan everything, can you? Well, I certainly can't anyway. So, I think what I'll do is, well, let's work through these anyway. So that's that one, we've seen it already. Trait gained. Oh, I'm disappointed in that. I lost 1,500 income now because of that. Pennsylvania. I don't think I need to do anything with those. Construction report, fur traders and state capital. That's the one in where is it? It's the mouse factory up in Mooseland. Interesting, isn't it? They call them factories. Call the areas factories. Factories were places where factors went, and a factor is basically a merchant. So factory basically means a place where a merchant is. Doesn't mean what we consider a factory to be now, anyway. Right, so I've got a fleet down here. It's raiding. Doing something anyway. Where's he gone? Here he is. Right, well, I'll take him from there. And I'm going to... Oh dear, voice is going again. Excuse me. I'll have to get a cup of water or something, aren't I? So, what I thought I'd do now is raid a port or something. Is there one? What about that one? Where is that? Otrabanda. Commercial base in Otrabanda. It's oh, that's Curacao. Oh no, I can't do that one. That's United Provinces. That wouldn't go down very well at all, would it? What's that one? That's Spain. I could maybe go for that one. Basically, I'm just after raiding trade routes. That's the thing, or spoiling ports. Where else have we got? Well, that's Andalusia, and this port is, it looks like Cabello, something like that, what is it? Puerto Cabello. So what I'm going to do is just pull up outside that, say to here, and then I'm going to wreck it. I'll wreck it well and truly. Remember how I used to do it? Stick one of those in there. Yep. Pull him out again. Say, I'm not sure which way I'm going to go after this actually. I don't really know. I think I don't know, just move off somewhere afterwards, like up here perhaps. Maybe I'll go between, no, I'll head for between there and there. Actually, no, what I want to do is raid somewhere, don't I? Raid some trade route. So there's bound to be one around here somewhere, I would have thought, coming out of here. So let's head him in this direction for now then. Okay, next one. Send another ship in. Okay, bring him out. I'll just show you what's happening. I've not shown this for a long time. Showed it in the Empire Total War 1. You see this bar here? Every time you hit this port, the bar goes down, the red bar. The more you hit it, the more it costs him to repair it. So if every hit costs him about 400 to repair, it could cost about, from all the hits I'm going to give him now, about 4,000. I might be exaggerating, but it'll be a lot. I'll show you when I've done this as how far down the bar has gone, but it's worth doing anyway, that's the thing. Another way to do it is just move your fleet in and out continually, but that would take their movement away, so I'm just going to do one fleet at a time, because one fleet seems to do the same amount, one ship rather, seems to be doing the same amount of damage as a whole fleet, so... Okay. Bit naughty, isn't it? But historically it works, because if you think about it, you could probably only get one ship in there at a time anyway, and that would slow you down a bit, wouldn't it? You know, just go in there, fire off all your cannons at things, and then get out again, you know, sort of firing incendiaries at all the huts in the local area and stuff. That's the thing, isn't it? Now let's see how far down the bar's gone now. See how way down it is now? It really has lost a lot, it has. In fact, you can see the stars on the side there. Oh no, that just tells me what sort of trading port it is, ignore that. Right, can I reach a trade route? That's the United Provinces one, so I'm not bothered about that one. Oh look, just missed it. There's one there. I'm not going to be able to get to it. That is a nuisance. Oh, what a shame. Just creep up though, just in case I can see something else. No, I can't, can I? Can't reach it. Never mind. Oh, such a shame. How much is he getting from that one as well? Ooh, 1,000. Oh, do you know I'd have made 500 or 600 from that this turn. That's me being naughty and attacking that port, isn't it? I should really have gone straight for that, shouldn't I? You know, if I'd have known it was there, I could have maybe got to it from there, couldn't I? If I'd have come out this way, I could have probably got to it, but oh well, anyway, you can't know everything, can you? That's the thing. So, the Northern Fleet, that's this one up here. I'm going to attack now. Do you remember what I said before about ships, the men rather, staying with the fleet that's left behind, or the ships that are left behind? Well, I'll just demonstrate that for you now. I'll take out the, see, take that brig out of there. Yep. Okay. And a brig out of there, and you'll find the ship that's left behind is the one that's got the army on it. It's worth remembering that. That is a brig, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to leave my army with the sloop, and the reason why I'm leaving it with the sloop is that they move quicker. So the sloop can catch up and get back into the game a lot quicker than the brigs can. So just land those here. And while I'm thinking about it, I'll move these brigs. They're wasted there, aren't they? So let's just get them back into the battle theatre somewhere. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to need these again, to be honest, but I'll bring them to here. And it's going to take a while. That's blue, so we get red and green, don't we? So that's going to be 3 moves before they get to there. It's no matter really. It just means I've got some ships around where I can move troops around if necessary. So this should be my army now, with a bit of luck. Yep. I don't know what he's got in there. I didn't even look, to be honest, but they're Indians, so I'm just assuming. Well, I say Indians. They're Indians working for the British, because oh, actually, what I could do, if he's got a general in there, I could maybe now assassinate him. Oh, he's got 2 generals in there. Well, I'll go for the 31% then. Oh, agent detected. That's not good. Oh, what's he got in there then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hang on, he's only got one general there. That's strange. I got the chance to attack 2 then, didn't I? And yet there's only one general there. I don't understand. There's nothing else, no other armies around here, are there? Let's just have a look around. Nothing there, is there? Well, I don't quite understand that. I really don't. But never mind. I'll send him down, I don't know where. Down here, perhaps. Because he's not going to be any use up there now, is he, really? I don't think. And let's get the army in. Okay, I didn't take account of... Yeah, he's got those round there, has he? I didn't take too much account, actually, of whether he was barricaded in or not, but I think he is. He's not going to surrender, is he? So, it's always worth having a go, isn't it, I think? Okay, well, I'm going to assault that. I could wait, but I want my armies on the move, really. I want these places sorted out. The idea is, of course, that that sloop is going to be very handy for me to move my armies back round again, depending on how safe I feel from those Plains Indians. Oh, I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, this bit goes a bit slow, so I'm going to kick out of this and then form myself up. Okay, some will have seen me do this before, but just in case there are some out there that haven't, I've got a kind of column formation here. I've got my guns in the centre protected, I've got my infantry out the front there, I've got my 2 cavalry ready to go out to the flanks there, and I've got my general up behind the artillery. The reason for doing this is that you'll notice, you see this red line here, this is the edge of the battlefield, this is the left hand edge of the battlefield. When he has troops that are perfectly in line, which he does when he's barricaded, you know, when he's what's the word, dug in, I suppose, really, you know, sort of when troops have been in a place for a while, you find that they go behind these kind of earthwork defences, and the earthwork defences face only one way, which means that his troops can only fire straight ahead, and if I go back straight ahead, you'll see that I'm going way off beam from where my men are. In other words, I'm staying outside his arc of fire. I'm probably just in his arc of fire, but outside his range. When I get to within his range, I'll be outside his arc of fire, if that makes any sense. I'm not sure if I said that correctly, but you know what I mean, don't you? Right, okay. It's basically to do with angles and stuff, but what I have to watch out for, of course, is that his troops are... I'll just speed this up, actually. His troops are hidden. So, I don't know, you know, he'll have some of those long-range Indian musketeers concealed somewhere around here, and of course that's a bit of a risk for me. So I can't go too quickly forward. Now I need to keep an eye out for them. So it is a little bit dull watching this kind of thing, I'm afraid. What my intention will be to go up level with his flank. In other words, directly level or behind his flank, his right flank. And then what I'll do is, once I've achieved that, I will I'll turn my entire army through what was it, 180 well, no, it'd be 90 degrees, won't it? No, will it be 90 degrees? 180 degrees, 360 is completely around. It'll be 90 degrees, that's right. So in other words, I'll turn to our right, if you like, a kind of right face. It won't be, but you know what I'm saying, don't you? A kind of wheel. And then what I'll do is I'll creep up on him from his right flank. And of course he won't be able to fire at me, or he shouldn't be able to fire at me, and we'll gradually mop him up from the side. The idea, of course, will be to get within artillery range and be able to fire at him so he can't return fire, so we can gradually take him to pieces. Another tip for doing this kind of thing, by the way, also, is because you need the extra time, is to set the battle time limit before you do the battle. You see this clock here. I haven't done it, of course, I've got plenty of time remaining, but what you could do is set that to any time, so that so you've got plenty of time to get behind his flank. Okay, so I'll just move that up a little bit more. The other thing you want to watch out for, by the way, in these things is the AI. I know I'm talking gamesmanship here now, but the AI, I think, he says in a paranoid way, knows what you're looking at. Yeah. So, although I think those troops are hidden, and have been hidden all the way throughout this game, the minute I take my eyes off my marching column, his hidden troops will appear like here or something. I mean, so you basically just got to watch it all the time, because it just doesn't make sense otherwise. I was just checking then, feeling fairly safe, whether I'd actually got behind his flank yet, but I haven't done, have I? So, okay. What I don't understand is why the foot seem to be stopping before the horses do, but I might have that wrong. Very careful here, you see, because I mean, if he does have anything in there, say hidden here, you can hide anywhere. They just hide under the snow, I think. Anyway, that they can fire at a range of 90. We fire at a range of 70. So he'll be firing away when we're not in the sort of formation that we need to be in order to return fire. And of course, if he's here somewhere, he could well hit the flank as well. You know, you could take out your artillery, or certainly take away your cavalry, which wouldn't be very nice. So let's move up again. Let's have a quick look where we are again. So I can't really see whether I've got behind his flank or not yet. I don't think I have, you know. Don't think I quite have. Of course, don't forget we're still on speeded up, which means he'd get, say, 2 or 3 shots in, you know, taking away about 20 or 30 of my men if I didn't notice he was there. So, you know, if he suddenly appeared and I didn't notice. Okay, surely we're nearly there now. Right. I'm going to watch it get all the way to this one, because I think we should be around about behind his flank very soon. It's quite hard to tell looking at the bottom map, isn't it? Because we look like we're not behind his line, but then he redressed his line, remember? I'll go a bit further, it won't do me any harm, will it? Okay. Right, let's just have a quick look. Dare I risk it that none of his troops are going to appear? It is a risk. Okay, I'm gonna risk it. Shall I? Yep. Okay. So a quick look along here now then. Very quick look. Notice. Right. Am I behind him yet? No, we're still not quite behind him, are we? A little bit more, I think, in order to get behind him. Right. Okay. Again, you can see what I'm doing, can't you? I'm pressing this arrow, this forward arrow, on the dial at the bottom there, on the bottom right. I'm risking going a little bit faster now, a little bit further ahead, sorry, which I probably shouldn't do, because this is the time when he's most likely to come out, isn't it? To be concealed and come and attack me. But hey ho. Right, that will put me here, won't it? Oh gosh, we're nearly at the back now. Surely we're behind him. That's ridiculous. Did he really form up so far back? Let's go and have a look now. Surely we're behind him now. Where on earth? I think I've gone too far now. Okay. Right, now let's reform then into some kind of a formation that makes proper sense, and then I'll regroup them all. Let's get it down to a normal speed again, actually, before I do that. Otherwise we're going to be wasting time, aren't we? Don't want to be running out of time. Okay, so I'm going to go in at this kind of an angle here, behind his artillery. And again, like I said before, we'll have the horse off to either flank. There's one there, and the other one, what, here? Okay, and then the artillery I'll have in the centre, say here, and then the general behind. I think I'm going to win this battle without too much of a problem, but what I want to do is keep my casualties down, because, you know, it costs to replace, and, you know, it's also it's easier to settle the population as well. So these will be his armed citizenry. You see, I'm well behind his guns now. There's no way he can fire. So he's not even turning them, because he can't. These are his tribal auxiliaries. I think he had a couple of those, didn't he? Mounted tribal auxiliaries. And these are his armed citizenry. He's got tribal musketeers, or whatever you call them. You know, those ones that can fire at a range of 90. So let me just speed this up, get it into position. And like I said, normally I'd really probably, if I was doing this on limited time on YouTube, I would have got them into this position and explained how I'd got there just at the point when I was about to go in, about here probably. But the chances are something will appear somewhere out of nowhere fairly soon, and then it will make a nonsense of it all anyway, you know. But, right, I'm going to open out this formation a little bit now we're here, while I still can, while I feel as though I'm fairly safe. So open it out, say along there, okay, and bring the artillery up behind, about here, okay, and the horse about here, okay, and then what I'll do is I'll regroup them in this formation and move them in this formation the rest of the way. So, okay, general round there. Right, so if I wait for them to get into position, then I'll ungroup them, and then I'll regroup them, so you see the computer remembers that they're in this formation then, you see. Okay. I'd like to know where his hidden infantry are. Right, okay, so I can ungroup those now. Right? Oh, it's not ungroup them all. Right, so if I now regroup those, just put that down on normal speed again so I'm not wasting too much time. Regroup those. Ah, the artillery finished moving. Yeah, they have. Just, yeah. Okay, so regroup those like this. So whatever I do now, they should stay in that kind of formation. So let's just inch them forward then. And see what appears. At any point, we're going to have to halt. I'm going to have to halt in order to fire. So I need to sort of watch out for what comes my way. I should be out of range of, or rather out of, not so much, well it is out of range I suppose, isn't it, but out of the line of fire of his artillery. Ah, now did something appear then? What's that? Oh no, that's his artillery, isn't it? Surely he can't hit anything from there, can he? So, what are those? Mounted tribal auxiliary still. Okay. So, doesn't seem to be anything attacking me, does there at all? Hey, we'll stop moving, so let's slow that down again, so we're not wasting time. And I'll regroup, again, just a little bit at an angle behind, just to give myself just a little bit more of an advantage. Just to there, I think. The whole lot. This is the beautiful thing, you see, about having them in a group. You don't then have to position everybody, they'll just find their positions. I'm hoping that we're not too much at risk in this position, speed it up a little bit, and that we can still manoeuvre a bit, you know, that there's nothing hidden around here. There might well be, by the way, but hey-ho. If I get a little bit closer, I'm going to be able to start using my artillery, you know, my howitzers, and that's exactly what I'll do. I'll just start gunning him from a distance, you know. Okay. Almost there. Plenty of time left, actually. 44 minutes left now. So lots and lots and lots of time. It's not actually spent all that time, by the way, because I've been speeding it up. So you haven't been watching this for 15 minutes yet, of course. I hope. Some of the last video I did took hours to upload, by the way, about 4.5 hours or something like that. So I am maybe going to have to cut some of these videos in half, which would be a shame. But anyway. If I ramble too much or I'm showing you things that you don't want to see, it's the usual story. Don't complain about it. I've had those complaints before, you know. So, oh, you take too long, you do this, you do that, whatever, you know. I've not had that for a year, probably, by the way, but probably because I give this answer, and I'm going to give it again. If you don't want to see this stuff, just, you know, just skip through it. That's not a problem, is it? You know, get to the point where I actually engage and do that. Do your own editing, really, I suppose. That's what I would have done, you know, before. I'd have edited it for you. So, edit it yourself. That's what I think, yeah. Watch what you want to watch. That's the beauty of it, isn't it, really? Yeah. Okay. Now then. Nothing at all has come for me. I've probably been a little bit overly cautious by taking such a, what we call a circuitous route, such a long way round. But I want to make sure I just destroy him with little or no loss, really. He's got to be around here somewhere, hasn't he? Surely. Maybe he's all behind there, I don't know, but it all seems pretty odd, doesn't it, this? That he's letting me come so close without doing anything. I'm watching out now for all those little arrow things to disappear from the top left of each of the icons, unit icons, these down here, and then I'll just push them forward again. Just waiting for that horse to get into position there. He's taking a long time, isn't he? You wouldn't have thought horse would have been taking so long, would you really? Okay, one more movement forward. Right, come on, in position. Right, come on, hurry up. Right, come on. Right, okay, now then, one more move forward, and then I will unlimber the artillery, and then we'll start shooting him to pieces. Some might ask, why don't you put it on super speed on this one here? It's basically because it becomes diffracted, and it's not a good thing. You know, even this way they move strangely. They seem to move normally and then shunt a little bit, and then shunt and things like that. You know, it's even worse when you do it on super fast. They seem to go nowhere and then suddenly shoot across, and it's just, the whole thing just looks pretty stupid. Right, let's slow down this down to a very slow speed, because those chaps there should be ready to fire, I think, now. Is that right? Have they finished moving? They have, haven't they? You see, there's no arrow on there. So, if he does come for me, though, which he seems as though he is going to do, we should blow him to pieces, really. He's probably waiting to see if I unlimber my artillery. Well, yes, I am going to do. Okay, we're on slow speed at the moment. It's just while I saw what sort of state we were in, you know, so what sort of potential damage he could cause there. Let's get it on to normal speed now, find out what's happening, see what he's sending. Looks like he's sending mounted tribal auxiliary in. They're not going to stand much of a chance. Don't know why he's doing that. He's probably going to get as close as he can so he can fire over our heads and then engage with no, I know what he's doing there now. He's trying to get me to fire at my own men. Why didn't my men fire then? I'm not too sure. Right, we should fire at those. Let's fire at his troops over here then, shall we? So we're not engaging his... Oh no, we'll fire at these, actually, until he heads them towards us, and then I'll send them over there as his general's bodyguard. Yeah, he's a bit too close to my men, isn't he, really, there for comfort. Remember what he does? You know, if you target with your howitzers the enemy, then he'll move them right next to your own troops. Right, we should surely just blow him to pieces, shouldn't we? Looks like it. What's he got here? General's bodyguard, right, yeah. Sure way to get them to attack, isn't it? To target them. Okay, I don't know how close he's coming. Oh, actually he isn't, is he? He's, what's that? Running. Broken and routing. That's excellent. Okay, so they're out of it. These can't last very long at all, surely. So 21 out of 45. Oh, they're gone now, I think, aren't they? So, let's target these then. They're only Farlock armed citizenry, but hey ho. I think they're just they're broken and fresh, which means that they may well come back. So I should really see those off with the horse just to make absolutely certain of it. They might come back. I'll just keep a watchful eye out for those, I think, for when they do come back. They're broken as well, and it looks like they might come back as well. So we'll see. Somebody said to me, good advice, shaken means they won't come back. I did think that that meant they won't come back on the campaign map, but that certainly isn't true, I'm afraid. They do come back on the campaign map. How far can this artillery reach? It can't go any further than there, but it'll go up to there. Depends how far away he is, doesn't it? Oh, well, one of those red splodges has disappeared. Let's have a look and see where the other one's gone. Is he still running? Is he coming back? Where is he? Yeah, he's coming back now, you see. Running, confident and fresh. Okay. So, let's get back to my lines, see what's happening. Okay, so one that was running has definitely run and gone. I wonder if I should target that general now. He'll probably be coming in somewhere. Where is he? Somewhere around here? There he is. Right. Heading towards these, isn't he? Form square, do we think? Give him a blast? I think so. Let's see if he comes in range, of course. If he doesn't come in range, it's not a problem. I wonder if I should speed this up again, actually. Right, well, I think we'll come out of this square because we'll fire more effectively in line, I think. Right, it's formed the same line as before, which is good. And right, I think I might just go forward a bit now. What have I got here? 57, that's armed citizenry. 57, 9 out of 24. Yeah, I just need that. Those musketeers sorted out, that's the thing. He's drawn up slightly out of range. I think what we'll do is just move forward just a little bit more again. I'll just limber those up. Again, apologies for those who don't want to see all of this, all the tedium of lining up, but some might be interested in how to you know, save your troops, you know, so you're not spending too much money replenishing troops, and how it's worth you know, actually fighting the battles rather than, you know, auto-resolving them as well. So I don't know, but for those who are interested. Right, let's move forward again just a little bit. This is the time, like I say, when it's highly likely that something's going to come out, something's going to appear in front, at which point I have to hit the halt button straight away so that we can fire at them. Obviously we can't halt immediately at their firing range, we need to make sure that we go within and up to our firing range, which in some ways, you know, makes it okay that he's going to fire, you know, first, because, you know, fire at 90 anyway, and we can't do anything about that. So, okay, creep forward again, see what we get next. Even closer, crikey. Can't see any enemy at all, huh? How odd. Right. Now, okay, well, if he lets me get that close, I'm going to shoot out his artillery. I don't think I'll even need my howitzers. Certainly shoot that first one out. Where on earth has he got them hiding? Isn't it ridiculous? Just a little bit further forward. Right, well, let's just take out that gun then, hey? As soon as the artillery stops moving, I'll unlimber it, and then we'll start firing again, I think, at these over here. Take out the armed citizen. The general's bodyguard's gone back again, so... right, we should start to take those out from the back now. Oh, they're going already, aren't they? So, okay, it shouldn't be long before they start routing. Just need to... I'll just speed that up just a little bit so that I can get the artillery in position. Start getting him to fire. I think we're going to be close enough here, you see, to not have to move this artillery again. In fact, while I'm here, what I'll do is I'll just ungroup that one, and then ungroup the general as well, and leave those two together there. Okay, right, and then get him firing. What have we got here? Have we seen some of them? No, that's £12 a foot, isn't it? Okay, we're going to have to target the armed citizen. There's nothing for it really, is there? So, okay, let's move in again. Why aren't we moving? Oh yes, we are. Right, okay. Okay. So what we should have now is the artillery staying put with the general supporting them, the horse going forward just to protect the flanks of the infantry there. I'm not sure it's really necessary, but the idea of course is to take out this second gun. Typically, by the way, in a battle like this, if you weren't to approach it like this, if you were to attack square on, then you would find, why aren't they moving? Don't know why. Is it because the cavalry aren't in position yet or something? Where are they going? Where on earth do they think they're going? I've no idea. That's just ridiculous, isn't it? I don't know what happened there, but anyway, we've got what's that? That's the artillery. Has he started to appear yet? No? Okay, I don't know what that cavalry were doing there. They just seemed to suddenly decide that they wanted to change formation for some reason. I've no idea why, but maybe there's some impassable terrain there for them that upset them and made them think they wanted to go a very, very long way round and do something stupid that was going to screw me up. Or maybe it was just a game thought, hang on, this guy's doing too well, let's screw him up somewhere along the line, which is probably the most likely explanation, isn't it? But it won't let me move though, will it? Or is it? It is letting me move. Where are they going? They seem to want to go over here now, for some reason, over to that right flank, which I don't understand, so I'm not going to let them do it. Okay. Right, well, are we shooting out this other artillery now, or what? Not quite. Will be soon. I think what I'll do, because the cavalry aren't behaving at the moment, I'll take those out of the group and just have the infantry in the group for now. Right, let's just Move them forward a little bit more. Yeah, it's definitely that horse that was screwing things up, wasn't it? I don't quite know why. Okay. Now, trouble is, I think, to revolve them slightly. No, let's take out the artillery first, I think. So we'll look at this. How are we doing? Yep, they're going down now. That's excellent news. So we'll see those out. I don't think we've lost very much at all yet, have we? We've gone down from 109 here, from 120 to 109. Wow, they've gone down from 120 to 99. What on earth hit them? What did that? That's what I'd like to know. That is just unreal, isn't it? No artillery could fire at them. How have I lost 21 men off that unit, and 5 off that, and nearly 20 off that? I've lost nearly 40 men, and nothing's really been able to hit me. It's just bizarre, isn't it? Right, the Phylocarm citizenry going. The more Phylocarm citizenry. So really, we just want to what is that? Is that I don't know what those horses are there. I thought maybe they were my limbers for a minute there, but they're not, are they? Right, well his Indians start appearing now. Oh gosh, look at that. These are his artillery returning for some reason. Well, shortly I should be seeing his musketeers. Can't see them at the moment though. I don't care who my artillery fire. Who are these? Phylocarm citizenry. Unbelievable, isn't it? Okay. Send the cavalry in against those. I presume just get the infantry advancing again. Right, I'm going to make sure I don't run into anything here now. Okay, I think... Yeah, they're all out of it now, aren't they? So let's have those back now then. Oh no. You see what happened there? It's artillery firing. Let's just halt them for a minute. Managed to draw me into an attack again, didn't he? Onto something where my artillery are firing. Stupidly. So, I think we're alright there. We're alright here. So it's just a case of finding his auxiliary musketeers, or whatever they're called, isn't it, really? What are those there? Is that them? Oh my goodness, they're behind me. That is ridiculous, isn't it? They're actually right behind me. Unbelievable. Right, okay, I'm going to have to pause this for a minute and think about this. He's got his native musketeers right behind me. So let's limber those up then and get them out of the way eventually. So how did he manage to come from behind? That's what I want to know. It's just incredible, isn't it? Right. Okay, let's turn around and go back that way. I might have to simply charge him actually, but we'll see. That's my general, of course, that he's creeping up on. Which ones are those? These are the other ones, are they? Right, I might have to just charge him with the cavalry, I'm afraid, with those. So, he's now managed to creep up behind me somehow. Can the artillery move yet? He's limbered. So let's get him over here then. Shame you can't move artillery quickly, isn't it? Right. Well, they're getting beyond the point where the line's going anyway, so there might be a chance of saving them. That's good news, isn't it? Let's get the general's bodyguard behind them. How near are we to getting in position? In fact, look at that. He's just stood outside our range again, isn't he? This is what makes it clever, you see. They've got a longer range than we've got. They're probably going to take out the cavalry, aren't they? They're probably going to try anyway. Speed that up a bit. Right, can we hit any of those? I think we probably can. Let's just unlimber these now. I think we should be in the position, shouldn't we, to be able to fire safely. Okay. This is what I mean, you see. You've got to watch so carefully. Really have, otherwise you've had it. Just make sure there's nobody else behind. Oh, here's another lot coming out now. Right, let's go. I wonder if maybe that's where I lost those men. You know, I went through an area where they were there and they fired at me without me even noticing. Could well happen, you know. I was looking out for red dots to appear on the radar map, but what are they? They just broke. Oh, so they'll come back then, won't they, I suppose. Shaken as well. Could have probably just chased them away with the horse, couldn't I really, but somebody said why not use your horse to break people. They're quite right, I should do, but I use them for mopping up. Infantry are for breaking the enemy formations, in my opinion. Are these unlimbered yet? Oh yeah, got the limbers in front of the howitzers. That's unusual, isn't it? But we can fire anyway, that's the main thing. So when these get a bit too close, I'll start fire. Oh. Huh. Oh, they're gone already. They're just broken though. So we'll go at these are coming back. I've got this on super fast speed, by the way, so that's why you're seeing all this. I think he had 3 or maybe even 4 lots of these infantry, you know, so at some point I am going to have to go chasing in after them. I think what I'll do is I'll just get... No, I won't. I was going to say I'll get a bit closer, but I don't think I will. I'll step closer any minute now. Yeah, because I know what he'll do. Run into position. Come on, chaps, because he'll be firing at me, you see, when I can't fire at him. Are we there? I think we're just there, aren't we? Can we fire? Oh, damn, we're not quite near enough. This range thing's a pain, isn't it? Okay. We should get him now. Right, what are these doing? Are they ones we've hit before? Wavering, very tired. What about these? They're the ones we hit before. Shattered at last. Right, brilliant. Let's have a go at these. Oh, they're out of range. Huh. Now they're in range. Brilliant. Okay. What you have to do is when he gets into range, his range is about here, that's when you need to step forward. Otherwise he'll stand and fire at you, and you won't be able to fire at him. So, that I count as about 4. Oh, hang on, is he coming all the way in? No, he isn't. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, now, that should take you forward by about that amount of distance. 4 seconds of pressing that button, and then doing one run, and that should do it. Yep. There we go. Now they're shattered as well. So I just need the last lot now. I'm sure there was another lot. Oh, what was that? What are these here now? 60. There we go. These will be the last lot now. Oh, they're routing and they're broken. I think that's it now. Yes, it is. Okay. End battle, heroic victory. Right. Well, I hope that wasn't too dull, folks, but had to be done because I wanted to keep the losses down. Really, in a battle like that, I should have lost like 10 or 20 men at the most, shouldn't I? How I managed to lose so many like that is just unreal, isn't it? What happened? Did they set booby traps or something? Did I go over mines? You know, why did I lose so much infantry? You know, I really don't know. His artillery couldn't hit me. I lost 76. Okay, might not be a lot, but I shouldn't have lost any, should I really? No, not any of those. Let's have a look, see how much we lost in terms of firefights. Line infantry killed 102, lost 41. 113 killed, lost 21. The horse, yeah, we know about them. And line infantry killed 83, lost 14. So they did all... Well, I suppose I shouldn't complain, should I really? That's a good result, isn't it, really? Stop moving, eh? So, let's repair that. Get the army back to its proper status. And repair the port. And I think I'll build a road in here as well, in case we need to march out of it at some point. I think that's about that, isn't it, really? Sorry, that was such a long one. It took nearly an hour. Well, not an hour, probably about half an hour in real time, didn't it, really? Is there anything else I needed to do in there? Can't think. No, the rate was pretty useless, wasn't it? I wanted him to take out a general. Now, let's have a look with the region captured. Yes, we know. Trait gained. Thank you very much. I want to have a look around for those British ships around here. Where are you? Okay. I'm not even sure I can take them on, to be honest. It depends what sort of force he's got, doesn't it? But he came around here, didn't he? He can't have got through there. He must have got through here somewhere. How far can I go away?
Any orders?
I'm going to go too far away. Can't see anything. Can't see anything. And I don't want to get too far away from my port area here either. Don't understand. Really don't understand. But I've got some fleets coming out here soon. So I've got 2 ships coming out of there soon, I should say. So I want to stick around to pick those up. Oh, I don't know. I really don't know where he is. But right, now I thought Virginia, famous for its tobacco. I thought I should upgrade a tobacco farm in here somewhere if I can find it. That's Charleston, Carolina, so I don't want that one. Somebody said Maryland was Maryland or something. It's really weird. It's, you know, named after Queen Mary. It's an odd way to change the name, isn't it, really? Maybe they've done it. Oh, like actually someone else commented anything anti-British, so maybe it's because it sounded British they wanted to change it, you know, so it could be quite funny that, you know, considered Hebrew and Yiddish at one time. So you can imagine the whole of the United States speaking Yiddish. Now then, build tobacco warehouse in Virginia, yes, and I wanted also, there it is, I'll have that as well. I need to convert these places, you see. I think in Boston, I'm going to get myself a couple of, wherever they are, a couple of regular troops in here as well. Yep, and the army I had on the way to New York should be nearly there now, I would hope. Where are you? Ah. Actually, I don't need to recruit those in Boston. I can move those there. I can, and then I can sort of gradually fill it up with more decent troops, I hope. Okay, and then these troops here. Where are you? Into here. And then I wonder if I can now protect that port that I couldn't protect before, wherever it is. There is one unprotected, isn't it? It's this one. Okay. Just double checking I've got just the cavalry this time and not a whole army. What have I got here? Right, okay. One there. One there. Right, the port's protected now, so whatever lands, it's got to land and do nothing. Yeah? You can't land and start moving around all over the place, can he? I wonder if there are other ports over here. That one's not a port yet, is it? Have I got everything covered then? Seem to have, don't I? So, is that really all the ports? Seemed a bit easy that. I could have sworn I had more ports than that. But that one, yeah. Well, I've checked and double checked, haven't I? So Charleston's port isn't built yet. It's that one there. That's Georgetown there. Well, it will be when it's created. Not for a long time yet, I don't think. Right. Okay. I think I'll get some troops as well. I seem to have plenty of money, don't I? So I'm going to get some troops in here as well. I like these. I know they're damn expensive, but hey, quality is worth paying for. And that's the end of that turn as well. So let's see what the summer of 1802 brings along. I hope, I think. Lots and lots of doubts here. Okay, here we go. Now my doubts are, you see, that there's something that I haven't planned properly. There's something that I've missed. Some area that he can get through. So I'm working on the basis that he can only get through from those sort of Caribbean islands down there by picking troops up from there. Unfortunately, my forward position there in the is it the Bahamas? Is it? I'm not sure now. That area there, I can't recruit any decent troops in there. In fact, that's one thing that perhaps I should have done. I should have maybe destroyed the building in there and produced instead a military type building that I'd then be able to recruit eventually, you know, Legion of the United States. Failing that, I'm going to have to bring that sloop round, or those brigs or whatever, and then ferry some troops across from the mainland. Anyhow, we'll see how it goes. Austria, Genoa, France, do nothing, I'm afraid. I've done nothing but waste my time on them, really. Because the because their port is blockaded. Prussians, now you see, I can't find an area in the Americas where the Prussians can embark troops. I don't know any areas that they own over there, so I can't see them getting one over on me there, but you never know. I was going to say I'll spare you this part, but I think we're getting to the Spanish soon. Okay, if you want to rush ahead to when the Spanish come on, it's probably about a couple of minutes away. We'll get the Russians now fighting the Swedes, as we do, and then we'll see the Spanish. I'll just have a cough in the meantime. Here we are. Now, let's see what the Spanish have to offer. I'm expecting a large Spanish fleet to come from somewhere and attack one of my islands, that Bahamian island or something. Come on, you're taking a long time. What's wrong with you? Right, here we go. Oh! Oh, great, that's it. That's it. Oh well, I've shown you the Russians. Might as well show you the Swedes. Oh, here you go. Look at that big Swedish army. Small defeated Russian army. It looks like the Swedes have got the upper hand now, there, doesn't it? Although the Russians are fighting in Sweden, so.
There is unused land.
Right, that's telling me I've got undeveloped plantations somewhere. Okay, I know that. I've got them all over the place because I'm having to defend this flaming country. That's why I can't. Anyway, what have we got here? Aha! Excellent. I've got my ships now. Before I do that, though, what I'm going to do is the things that I didn't expect to have to do. So over here in the Huron territory or wherever it was, is it this one? Is this the one that I untaxed? I did, didn't I? Oh, good. Well, I can tax it now. Hey, I tell you what, income's pretty good, isn't it? Is that 16,000 in there? Can't be. It must be 10,000, surely, is it? Looks like 16,000, doesn't it? That? Hard to tell. It doesn't tell me on there available funds, does it? It just tells me what I'm going to get next turn. Treasury. It's quite hard to see it on there as well, actually. I think it's 16,000 and something, Wow, that's pretty darn good. That's a lot more than I expected it to be. I was intending to disband this unit up here. I can afford it now, but let's see what happens if I move it out. Yeah, they're happy now, aren't they? So I'm just going to disband that unit. I don't want to be wasting money on units like that. It costs about, I don't know, 130 a turn or something like that. I don't want it anyway. So, up here. I might actually build something up there, but I'm going to have a think about that for now. What I will do, though, is I should have... Oh, what's all that? Press the wrong button. Tech. Yes, here it is. I'm going to get the lime juice and sauerkraut. I'm going to get that because it's -2 upkeep cost for all naval units, and of course my naval units are expensive. Enhances national prestige. It allows me to build a naval hospital, but the main thing I'm going for is the -2 upkeep for naval units. I think that's quite a valuable one to have. I thought it let me go longer distances as well, actually, to be honest, but anyway, I'm going to settle for that now. Oh, but what I will do while I'm there is I'll just I'll just update that to a college. It's not much good to me like that. Okay, so I might do a bit better next time, sort of start to advance a bit quicker, I should say. Talking about advancing, I'm going to advance on New Mexico. I should be somewhere near now, shouldn't I? I like to do this manually every now and again. I know I'm heading them in the right direction, but I want to see what's there on the way. If there's something that's going to get in my way, I want to be prepared for it. So, no, doesn't seem to be anything at all, does there? Okay, I've had second thoughts. Now I'm so rich, I've had second thoughts about those recruits in Boston. I've decided I am going to get a couple of regular troops there in Boston. And my Philadelphia army, if you like, garrison, whatever it is. Got loads in there, haven't I? I think I can give one up to New York. Yep. Okay. I think I'll recruit another couple. Now I'm flush. Start getting onto mortars soon as well. But that's only really for attacking fortifications. So, what I'm going to do now is build some forts. I want all of this to be well defended, good troops inside, and forts abounding. So I have a fort in there, got 6,571 left. I could do with another one as well somewhere. I think they all need forts, don't they? That one's got one, that's good. Has this one got one? No, it hasn't. So maybe that's the next one to get. I'm pretty sure Philadelphia has. New York certainly has. Yes, it has. So, oh, yeah, that's Philadelphia I've just looked at, of course. Virginia. Ah, Virginia hasn't. I think I'm going to go for Virginia, actually. It's a valuable place to me for recruitment and everything, so that's the next one I'm going to do. Now, as for the fleets, I'm hoping I can get these fleets to join up. I can. Can I afford an admiral? It's an admiral's flagship, isn't it? I can afford an admiral. Just 2,540. Oh yes, just made it. Wow. I can navally recruit now. You know, bring troops over to join him. But anyway, okay. I think I'm going to move these down to the Spanish territories. See what I can see down here. Can't see any enemy ships around at all. Why not? Why aren't they there? I just don't know. I don't know. Well, let's have a look down here, see what we can see.
Any orders?
Nothing, is there? Nothing at all. I don't understand. Where's my other fleet? My other fleet's here. I just don't know. I don't know. I think what I've got to do is move over to this port here, but what I want to do is raid something on the way, I suppose. I know what to do. I'll raid here in the middle. I'll raid here. Because that's actually there. Yeah? Because I can't quite reach the port this turn, so I might as well raid, haven't I? There's nothing there at all, nothing around. Does that mean he's going to come this way round? Oh, I just don't know. I just don't know. Where is the enemy? Where is the enemy? I'm convinced he's around here somewhere. Absolutely convinced. But I just can't see him. I don't know. So, anyway, end of another turn, really, I suppose. I've only got 31 left in the pot, so can't do anything about that. And I suppose I've just got one more turn to hope that he comes at me. Did untax that Huron territory, didn't I? I hope I did. I know I got rid of those musketeers, but I can't remember untaxing it or not. It's worth 1,500 to me every turn, you see that? Ah! British ships moving around. I think what I might have to do is record up to here and then have another look around and just see where that ship was coming in. You know, watch the recording and find out where it was coming in, because I think there was a British fleet there in the Americas. And that's exactly what I'm looking out for. I'm looking to take those kind of fleets out. I mean, I'd like very much to replenish my fleet first, but I wasn't able to do it this last turn, so you know, so I just raided on the way, you know, made some money while I'm getting there. Ah, now we're trading with the Barbary pirates. I think that was somebody blockading them then, wasn't it? Typical, that, isn't it? It gets me to trade with them just at the point when it gets blocked, when they get blocked. So it's looking like nothing's going to appear again, isn't it? What a nuisance. Right, okay. Prussian fleet's looking like they're coming my way, but with no soldiers on. They've got nowhere, like I said, in the Americas to pick up troops, so that can only be good. Where are the enemy ships? Got to be lurking around there somewhere. They can't have gone there without any purpose whatsoever, can they? Unless it's just the British fighting the Spanish. Maybe they're just fighting amongst each other. I don't know. Maybe the British ships went in there to attack those Spanish ships that have been holding up one of their islands for a long time. I just haven't got a clue at all. I really haven't got a clue. I suppose the only other thing is that I've got enough men now, hopefully, in those coastal regions to be able to defend against an attack. Oh, there it is. There it is. Will I be able to take that out? Will I be able to reach it? Will I be able to take that out with second rates? Do I combine both fleets and attack it with that? Not sure. I'll have to have a look at it, see what sort of ships they've got there. Probably got galleons. I hate galleons. They've got such strong hull strength and such powerful cannons, and yet they're only trade ships. A special ship that the Spanish have got, really. Trade route raided. Now then. That's a fleet there in Europe. Recruitment report, yeah, brilliant, thank you very much. Construction report, yep, thank you. Trade route raided we know about. Nation destroyed, Denmark. And Mughal Empire have gone, oh dear. Trade gained. What is this? -1 happiness lower classes, -3 clamour for reform. Oh, brilliant. Does that mean one of my ministers has gone sour? Let's have a look. +4 bonus trade. -3 cost to tell much. +4 technology research rate. -1 upkeep. They're all pretty good actually, so I'm not too bothered about that. I think I'll just stay with that. And I don't know why I went over to Europe then. Maybe that's where it left me, was it? So what we've got then is, in fact, let's have a look, see if there's anything else around here. I could have sworn there'd be some... Oh, hang on. No, all my ships are tied up in one place. But we can reach him. I could join the fleets and still reach him. I could reach him probably with both of those fleets. I could put my first rate in amongst these others. Where's my first rate? First rate. He's got 88 firepower. I don't think it'll tell me how many guns he's got, will it? I mean, he's still got 88. He's got 88 guns on that. All strength 6,400 and something. I mean, he's good, isn't he? So I wonder if what I do is I bloody this admiral by sending him in with ships from here, because I've got a couple of second rates. I could put a first rate in there as well, so that'd be 2 second rates and a first rate, and that's a third rate that the admiral's on, even better. Let's see what he's got in here though. Galleon, thought so. 5th rate. Not bad, not brilliant. 6 rates, 6 rates, 6 rate, 6 rate, 6 rate. What's that? 4 or 5, 6 rates? 2, 4, 5, 6 rates. Bomb ketch, brig, sloop, brig, brig. Okay, so really it's a galleon, that's a bomb ketch. So it's really the 5th rate and the 6 rates that I need to be concerned about, isn't it? So in reality he's got probably about 5 decent battleships there, and of course the bomb ketch could ruin me, but he's got 5 there, and I've got 5 here. I think these 5 are probably enough, you know, to just take him out. But I might need to replenish some of these ships. I think what I'll do, actually, is move these to the port to see if they show anything first. Because from the port they could move and attack there anyway, couldn't they? I think they can, yeah. So let's move those and see what appears, because I need to replenish them anyway. Nothing. Nothing there at all. Damn it. Damn it. Where are those British ships? Where are they? They're bound to be picking troops up from Jamaica. Can they get from Jamaica and up to the Bahamas in time? I think they can, you know. I think they could land an army there without me being able to do a darn thing about it. Can I attack there and get back again? Decisions. I'm pretty sure there's an army there waiting for me somewhere. Well, it's got late. It's got to 20 past 10 at night, and this is after the time I would normally want to finish. So I'm going to take a rain check on that one. Take some thinking time on it as well. Decide what I'm going to do. But certainly these troops here are going to be replenished. It could be out of interest. I'll find out how much it's going to cost to replenish all those. Look at that, 2,679 to replenish them. So they're obviously in a bit of a state, aren't they? 4th rate. See, you don't tend to find out what state a ship is in until you're actually in the battle. See, that 1st rate has got 879 worth of damage on it. 400 odd. What's that one? That one hasn't got any damage. That's a 4th rate. I could use that one without it even affecting anything. Right. See, he hasn't got any repairs required either. So there's a 5th rate from that admiral, and there's a 4th rate, wherever it is. I think it's that one. That one. There's a 5th rate and a 4th rate I could take from that fleet, and it would make no difference to them at all because they don't need to be replenished. So that would add a 5th and a 4th rate to these, which have already got a 3rd rate. Why not give me an extra admiral then, wouldn't it? Because the admiral's on that one. I think what's probably best, you know, is to add a 4th rate to this from there, replenish those while I attack here. That might well be the best. But my biggest risk is to this area here. Do you know what I think I'm best doing, to be honest? I think I'm better leaving that fleet to attack. Letting it attack, and then fighting it off on land. Gosh, there's a lot of them. What are they? They're grenadiers and all sorts. Can't let them land, can I? Oh no, I've got to sink that fleet, I'm afraid. I have no choice about that. But my worry is, like I say, there's going to be a fleet that comes out and attacks here. Will I be able to go up there, attack that fleet, and still be able to defend this area afterwards by putting fleets around it? Because what I don't want is anything landing on here. If a large army like that lands on here, I'm screwed. It's all over for the Bahamas. Okay, thinking time anyway.